Good morning, grade 10. Hopefully you guys can see me live. Give me a green check mark in Blackboard once you have the live stream up and running and you guys can see me all right. We'll make sure that everyone is on the same page and we are good to go for this morning. I can see everyone's in my room for Blackboard right now, but if everyone could just give me those green check marks so that we're on the live chat. And I'm just going to type in that to make sure. Perfect. Looks like you guys are getting in. Awesome. We'll just give a few more minutes here before we get going. I'll just apologize right now to you guys. I'm getting over a cold. So if I start having a hack attack here, just bear with me. Awesome. Good to see we have large numbers today. That's awesome, you guys. The other thing I wanted to mention is we only have an hour today for English, and then Mr. Borden will be here for math afterwards, you guys. But once we get started, make sure when you have a few minutes and you've got your live chat up and you've got Blackboard up and everything's good to go, make sure you're checking your grades constantly as well. I know some of you are still having issues with the EKG project that that you guys have been working on, and that's fine. Keep sending me messages. We'll work through it, and I just don't want you guys to get frustrated. So keep sending me messages, and like I said, you guys, if you are having issues, we will find a solution. All right, I'm gonna work with you guys. All right. So give me those green check marks, you guys, if you do have the live chat. So Avery, if you're there, give me those green check marks if you guys are into the live classroom and you guys can see me and we're good to go. Perfect. All right. Looks like we've got the majority of you guys in this morning. Perfect. So we're actually going to get started, and whoever is just waiting for you guys to come in and get the live classroom, you guys can catch up. No big deal. All right. So this lovely Tuesday morning, you guys, we finished off our EKG project. Now we started looking into some imagery. We looked at your guys's, I looked at your found poems and your reflections. Fantastic work. I'm actually going to be messaging a couple of you guys to see if I can use those as student samples for next year, if that's possible, because some of you guys did a fantastic job with those. So now what we're moving into, you guys, is we're still going to use imagery, right? Descriptive words and phrases. We're still going to use actually our EKG as well. And what we're going to start doing today is working on a little bit of our writing. We're going to do some brainstorming for our writing and looking at doing a descriptive paragraph. So I know you can see on my PowerPoint, you guys, I don't want you to think this is a really morbid topic. It's not. But I found this great TED Talk, and I love TED Talks. You guys will know that I'm really big on showing TED Talks. That, oh, excuse me, you guys. That this TED Talk actually ties in really well into where we're heading with our descriptive paragraph and tying in our EKG and the imagery that we looked at and description. All right. So I want to take this TED Talk's about 5.5 minutes long. It's a talk from an EMT, and he's just talking about the truth about death. I know this is a morbid topic, you guys, for first thing in the morning, but once it's done, I'll tie it into where we are going, and hopefully you guys can see the connection that I made with this video and where we're heading today. All right. So if I just get out of here and head to the actual, and you guys, we're actually going to show the video to you guys over the live stream today. So I'm actually going to head to this link right now, and we're going to play it.
I've been a critical care EMT for the past 7 years in Suffolk County, New York. I've been a first responder in a number of incidents ranging from car accidents to Hurricane Sandy. If you're like most people, death might be one of your greatest fears. Some of us will see it coming, some of us won't. There's a little-known documented medical term called impending doom. It's almost a symptom. As a medical provider, I'm trained to respond to this symptom like any other. So when a patient having a heart attack looks at me and says, "I'm going to die today," we are trained to reevaluate the patient's condition. Throughout my career, I've responded to a number of incidents where a patient had minutes left to live, and there was nothing I could do for them. With this, I was faced with a dilemma. Do I tell the dying that they are about to face death, or do I lie to them to comfort them? Early in my career, I faced this dilemma by simply lying. I was afraid. I was afraid if I told them the truth, that they would die in terror, in fear, just grasping for those last moments of life. That all changed with one incident. 5 years ago.
For you guys. So what I'd like you to do, because I do want you guys to see this. So if you go into the course, okay, you guys, you'll see the new assignment that's opened up, the descriptive paragraph brainstorm. And if you click on that, it'll open up in a new tab here. And just click on this link right here. It will take you to the TED Talk site and just play it. It's about 5.5 minutes long, and I'll put up a timer for you guys. And when you come back, just give me a green check mark once you have watched the video. All right? Thanks, you guys. So just do that on your own, and we'll see you guys in about 6 minutes. Perfect. It looks like you guys are just finishing that up when that video. And like I said, I hope it wasn't too morbid for you guys, but I'm hoping that it makes a connection for you as well. All right. That whole question of, do you want that honest answer when you are dying, right? And how that EMT had that realization that, yeah, most people do, so they're at peace with themselves, right? So it brought up that whole idea for me of looking back at when you guys are starting, or when you did your EKGs, that one moment. Was there one moment in your EKG that you laid out for me that really stood out? Okay. Was there one moment that stood out in your life so far? Okay. And what is, so if you only had one more day on earth, what is that one moment in your life that you would recall? Okay. And if someone else was standing over you, that you would want to share with that person, every last detail with that person. That's what I always think about especially when we're doing a descriptive paragraph, right? I really want you guys to create this image around what is that one moment. So basically that is really where we're heading for this next assignment with your descriptive paragraph. I don't want you to share right now what that one moment is, but in the back of your mind, because it can be pretty personal for some of you probably. So I want you to just keep it in the back of your mind. All right. It doesn't have to be very personal, right? It doesn't have to be positive. It can be negative, whatever you guys decide, but you're going to choose that one moment from your EKG. And I want you to now tie in what we started talking about last day about imagery and really starting to use descriptive language, right? So I'm sure lots of people have told you, lots of teachers have told you when you're writing, use that descriptive language. And I've given you a couple examples here. And in the assignment, there's even more examples, right? He fumed and charged like an angry bull. He felt like the flowers were waving him a hello. He could hear his world crashing down when he heard the news about her. The words spread like leaves in a storm. You can really see that picture in your mind when you read those examples. A lot of these examples are also similes and metaphors. Into the room chat, you guys, can someone really quickly, does somebody know what a simile is? If somebody knows what a simile is, could they type it into the room chat? Awesome. I think I see Jade typing, so I'm going to give her a few minutes. See you guys typing. I'll just let you guys finish up your thoughts there. And as you're typing, you guys, make sure when you're thinking about this, and for some reason, you guys, this isn't showing up in my chat. So I don't know if you guys have put stuff into the chat or not. For some reason, it's not showing up for me. So I'm assuming that you guys have put something up there and I just can't see it. And if not, okay, remember, similes are comparisons. So you're comparing two things, and a simile is using like or as actually in the sentence. So he felt like the flowers were waving him a hello. The word spread like leaves in a storm. Versus a metaphor where it's still a comparison where you're not using like or as. A metaphor can be a longer scenario. Okay? So this is where we're heading. I really want you to start using those metaphors and similes in your own writing. So Now a review of the actual assignment. And today's assignment, you guys, and we're gonna do this over a couple of classes. So today's task is the start of your descriptive paragraph. So you're going to review your EKG and you're going to choose the one life event that holds the most significance in your life. All right. Then you're going to download the template in the assignment. So in the assignment, I've given you a template. It's more of a visual template than an actual written thing. So then you're going to start brainstorming ideas using sensory language, using your imagery to build your descriptive paragraph of that defining moment in your life. So what I want to do really quick here, you guys, is I'll actually bring up what that template should look like. So when you're in the assignment, if you scroll down, I've given you a whole bunch of examples of a lot of descriptive language. All right. And under applying the knowledge, this is where you want to download. So if I bring this up, and again, you guys can do this straight on the computer. It is a Word document. Let's see if I can just get it into landscape just to make it show up a little bit better for you guys. Nope, it doesn't. But this is what it is. This is what an empathy map is. So when you're thinking about that scenario in your life, what are you thinking about? What are you seeing? What are you visually seeing? What are you saying? What are the words coming out of your mouth? What are you doing? What are the actions that your body or whoever else is involved in the scenario doing? What are you feeling on the inside? Okay. And then the last one here is, what are you hearing? Okay. What is the sound? So you're taking all those senses and now you're just brainstorming. Okay, so you're not actually writing your descriptive paragraph. You're just brainstorming. Come up with your scenario and then start to brainstorm. Now, that is your task today because you only have about half an hour before math starts. That's your task today. Just finish this brainstorm. You do not have to submit this aspect of the assignment. So this is solely just for you. This is to get you thinking. Next day, we'll expand on this and we'll continue on with the descriptive paragraph. So I'm going to end here on the live classroom, you guys. I'm going to go back to my office. And if there are any questions, type them into the chat. So you'll see me leave Blackboard, you guys. And when I get back to my office, I'll load it back up and I'll be in there to answer any questions, whether it's around this assignment or previous assignments that you need to hand in. All right. So there you guys go. That's what you need to be working on for the next half hour before math starts. And just a reminder that math is starting at 10:05, I believe, today. And I will confirm that when I get back to my office with you guys. All right. So we'll see you guys in Blackboard in a few minutes.